Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. This is for the April mid-month reading. Also, happy birthday, Tauruses. We just entered your season today. I'm not going to do your birthday bonus reading just yet. I'll probably do those with the May monthly readings, just because I haven't really thought about what spread I want to use for y'all for your birthday. But yeah, this is going to be a 7-card spread using the Morgan Greer Tarot, and then I'll get a Numerology guidance card for you, as well as a Kipper card to close out the reading, okay? Ancestor Spirits, Holy Spirit, what are the messages for Taurus? I am seeing the Queen of Wands with the Hierophant, okay? It does feel like taking action on something, whether this is work related, okay? It could be talking about connecting more with your spirituality. That was a message that just came up in Gemini, which I just read. Seeing the Four of Wands, which could talk to some sort of engagement, commitment, possibly marriage for some of you. Also an up-leveling in terms of work is what I'm feeling, okay? I do feel like if there's something new in regards to work, perhaps a promotion, change in responsibilities, that kind of thing, I do feel like there might be some outside tension caused around this, okay? It doesn't feel like it's you. It feels like maybe other people who perhaps are not happy with this new direction that you're going into, but that's their problem, isn't it? Okay, so let's see what cards we have coming up for you, Tauruses. Cool. Lots of major arcana energy coming in. Okay, yeah, and I am seeing like a conflict energy, but again, I feel like you're sort of rising above the fray, like not really being involved, but I do feel like that's in your environment. 3 of Pentacles coming up at the bottom, so again, could be speaking to some sort of work or collaboration. Star card coming up here at the top of the deck, which speaks to healing Aquarian energy, also just came up in the Gemini reading, right? So 7 of Wands coming up here in your past energy. This is a bit of a guarded sort of defensive position. It does to me, because I see the 6 of Wands on the 7 of Wands card, so it always to me talks about having already had some sort of victory or triumph, right, with that 6 of Wands energy, and now with the 7 of Wands, it's like really needing to defend your spot, okay? Whether that's because other people are, it could be any number of things. It could be, quite frankly, jealousy. It could just be, feeling threatened by your growth and your elevation, okay? Whether this is in work or just in your personal life. But I am feeling a little need to sort of like stand your ground. Maybe there's people who are challenging your position or your credentials, or your boundaries, your intentions, that kind of thing. I am feeling like a little bit of a defensive or needing to defend or guard yourself kind of an energy. In your present energy is the Chariot card, can be Cancer energy, okay? The Chariot also speaks to rapid movement, okay? So in that sense, it can be literal movement. It could be, in fact, relocating or perhaps traveling. Sometimes this card indicates as well. I am feeling like if that is the case, there's maybe like a little bit of a block or a delay around that, and it's going to happen closer to Cancer season, which would be more of like June, July time. I am also feeling like, if this is not literal relocation or movement, it's some sort of, again, growth or elevation that has happened for you. It feels very spiritual, but it feels like there's almost like an acceleration kind of taking place. And maybe this just has to do with, coming into your birthday season. I also do feel like the current situation that's going on globally and nationally, right, will start to, not necessarily go away, but may start to abate as we go through Taurus season, at least a little bit, right? It might take a little bit longer to sort of fully subside, but yeah, I am feeling like Taurus season is going to be a little bit more in terms of the healing upswing, both in terms of a collective level, but also there's maybe some personal things going on with you, Taurus, again, either moving or traveling. And by the way, this could be someone moving, right, or traveling towards you as well. Or again, some sort of metaphorical movement or travel there happening in a really sort of more internal respect, okay? Or it could, again, be some sort of like up-leveling or promotion in terms of work or your business. Your future energy is the Hermit card, more major arcana energy here. This is Virgo energy, your earth sign cousin. Very grounded energy here, okay? also has this connotation of coming out of the winter's cold, right? As this is a wintry scene. Hermit energy is always about connecting and tapping into your intuition, okay? And it's like illuminating yourself from the inside out, right? And you see here, I always see a wand on this card. It's like what it is that you are taking action on, okay? Whether this is, again, just personal growth, changes happening in your work life, or even changes happening in your relationship life, okay? Because I am seeing a little bit of that energy as well in terms of your environment. Your advice and your what to do card is the 9 of Swords. I do feel like, and I did pick up on this energy in the Gemini reading as well, but it's kind of been an overriding collective energy as well. I just don't really like to not really tap into it, but I almost like to not even give it acknowledgement or credence, right? And because 9 of Swords energy is about anxiety or worry, okay? And I really feel like, you know, I try to be of the belief that in all cases, there's really nothing to worry about, right? That in retrospect, the universe has sort of always delivered, right? Or that everything happens as it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, So like there is you can't sort of like worry yourself out of a good, I'm like trying to figure out like how can I be the most articulate about this? This is being, but it's almost like, you know, anxiety, fear, worry, they don't beget you the outcome that you're hoping for, right? Instead, really maintaining like a positive, optimistic outlook is more likely to get you towards where you're trying to go, as opposed to worrying about things, ruminating over things, or in fact thinking negatively about things, or that there's going to be negative outcomes, because if that's the way that you think, that is in fact what you will get. So your advice here is literally not to worry or to express, you know, anxious thoughts or feelings. And I know that can be really hard, right? Like our minds sort of are what they are, but that's where things like meditation, journaling, yoga, exercising really help to come in, clear our thoughts and ground ourselves, right? So that we can realize like we are the ones in control of our minds and not the other way around, okay? And that's how you're going to sort of avoid anything ancillary or anything that's not for you, whether that's a person, place, or a thing, is by just sort of, it's almost like I'm getting like the message of relax off of this card, okay? It's not the 4 of Swords, but I am getting like, there is like, you know, let go of control issues, let go of issues around anxiety or worry, okay? That's your advice, your action advice in this reading. And your environment is the Wheel of Fortune. And this is what I was talking about in terms of perhaps some shifts or changes happening, again, if not in work, in a relationship. You can see there's like a figure falling off of the wheel here, and then there's 2 figures on top of the wheel who are celebrating. So I literally am seeing like a past person or a situation sort of going out the door as something new or someone new is coming in the door. I feel like this is already probably happening for y'all, or it's going to be happening very soon. This is your environment card, and it's another major arcana card coming up here. So as you know, the major arcana speak to massive, right, changes and events that are happening in terms of our lives as well as collectively, okay? In your hopes and fears category is the Queen of Swords. It's very interesting because remember, your advice card is the 9 of Swords, not to let anxiety or worrisome energy sort of get the best of you, right? And I am getting that there's this, you know, perhaps some fear around being like, am I going to make the best decisions? Am I really in touch with my intuition and my discernment so that I can make the best decisions for myself? Both not allowing people, places, and things that aren't meant for me not into my like inner circle, as well as making sure that you don't metaphorically throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Like cutting off people, places, and things that are actually meant for you. Again, I think, you know, part of the message here, especially with the Hermit card, is go within, Taurus, connect with your intuition to really make those decisions, okay? Don't just make them on a whim, or don't make decisions based upon what other people say or what they feel. Really tap in and attune to yourself and make decisions that way. It's in that way that you really step into your power. It's interesting here too that this is an air sign card, right? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And again, I did just film the Gemini reading, and there's a little bit of overlaps coming up between that reading and this one. So certainly if you're dealing with a Gemini or you have Gemini in your chart, do check out that reading as well, okay? And your outcome card is the 5 of Swords reverse. So remember how I mentioned like there might be some sort of tension or conflict energy. It feels like very much so in the environment, like maybe someone who's watching you up level or go through all of these, you know, what feel like positive changes in terms of work or a relationship. I do feel like there might be some conflict over that. There might even be like some sort of verbal argument. But again, with the 5 of Swords coming up reverse, I feel like you are rising above that kind of energy, perhaps not even engaging, or again, you're tapping into your intuition, you're calling upon your higher self and your higher source to figure out, okay, how do I communicate to sort of smooth the situation over or to get out of it? That's your outcome, okay? Let me pull a numerology guidance card for y'all. Taurus, what are the messages? What are the numerology messages for Taurus? Number 66, healing. This came up, this is like both cards that have come up today have come up before. And I can't remember who had this. Maybe Sagittarius? Okay. If you have any fire energy or you're dealing with a fire sign, number 66, healing. And this also made an appearance in the Gemini reading as well, but I just want to show y'all number 93, happy ending. Okay, so there's literally nothing here to worry about. With that yellow, I am feeling like a strong connection because I'm seeing the colors blue and yellow a lot, which blue is connected to your throat chakra, right? Communicating again, whether that's some sort of internal communication or external communication going out, like a, you know, exchange or discussion between you or someone else. And the yellow tapping into your solar plexus chakra and your creativity. Okay, so let me read for this card and then I'll pull the Kipper deck and close the reading. So it says, this card indicates a time to focus on your healing abilities and being of service to others. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to expand your understanding of the healing arts and the many different ways to heal. Perhaps you feel drawn to Reiki, kinesiology, physical therapy, homeopathy, acupuncture, nursing, counseling, or life coaching. Whichever path you choose, it's time to set the wheels in motion. It says this card may also indicate a need to receive body work, such as bodywork or healing, such as Reiki, kinesiology, acupuncture, cognitive behavioral therapy, or herbal medicine to help shift any stagnant or toxic energy. Your energy field, which is your aura, absorbs and stores energy from other people, electrical equipment, every illness and trauma in your surroundings, and your own negative thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it's important to clear your aura regularly to elevate your health and well-being and your overall quality of life. The affirmation here says, as I heal myself and others, I raise the vibration of the world. I love that. Okay, we're just gonna get one Kipper card deck. Okay, I did just see the adjudication card. So some of you may be dealing with a legal situation, or you could, in fact, perhaps you're in a legal profession, okay? I just saw sudden wealth as well, so it could be some sort of, and gift, okay? You could definitely be getting some sort of monetary windfall or winning something. I am seeing message of concern, so I do feel like this is, you know, like maybe intuitive or spiritual messages coming in. Pay attention to your dreams is always my advice, okay? It could be something that someone communicates to you, okay? Or again, with that energy, like you're up leveling, but feeling like there's maybe some conflict around that. Perhaps that is related to that message of concern. So the card that you got is Distant Horizons. Very interesting because Virgo also got this card, okay? Another earth sign there. And again, you do have Virgo energy with the Hermit card coming into the reading. This card also really reminds me of that Chariot card, which is in your present environment, okay? So again, feeling some type of relocation or traveling or just going on a journey sort of in a spiritual sense, okay? Distant Horizons, which breaks down to a number 9 there, 9s being, because it's a 36, breaks down to a 9. 9 represents completions, okay? So Taurus, I'm going to close your reading down there. Again, I will come back with your birthday reading, likely for the May monthly readings. If there's any type of specific reading you'd like to see that you've seen before on this channel, do let me know and I'll take that into consideration. If you like this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. And again, I will post, or I don't think I said that yet here, but since I'm not recording the cards, I'm gonna post photos of them to my Instagram account. If you follow me over there, should be posted later today, if not tomorrow, okay? So Taurus, thank you again so much for watching. Again, happy birthday to y'all. I will be back with your birthday reading and I hope to see you in that one. Bye.